So, A Night in Wonderland was just this, kind of a brainchild of our initiative with SAC. So we have the USCA Life program on campus, which is a program for people with disabilities, so they can have a college experience. So they live on campus. There's about 30 kids in that program. So we invited them to come enjoy a night of just dancing and karaoke, and just really a chance to celebrate them and tie in with USCA athletics. From thought to product, we had all athletes engaged the entire time. So SAC really took the lead, but we basically had groups of student athletes assigned to certain things to get accomplished that night. From that night, they had stations, so they could have been doing crafts, they could have been a buddy, which is probably the most important job of the night, to make sure that USCA Life student really felt like they were special and a part of the night. So the buddy would have stayed with them the entire time, doing whatever that kid wanted to do that night, whether that had been singing karaoke on stage or just dancing, or maybe even just sitting in the sensory room and just, being a part of the program, but maybe they needed some space on their own. Getting ready room was actually probably one of my favorite parts of the night. So all of the females in the USCA Life program were able to come an hour before the event actually started, so 5:30 to 6:30. And they were able to get with the female student athletes and get their hair done, their makeup done. They did nails, they made some crowns and some crafts. Had some mocktails, some sparkling ciders and such, just to make it feel like a really special time. And I would equate it to kind of like a prom scenario where they just had that moment where they're like, oh my gosh, this is such a special night. We can't wait. They're so excited. Each kid got to go down the red carpet, get their picture taken. Were cheered on by all the student athletes that were there. And that just moment was like, this was a lot of planning and kind of stressful in the beginning, but when all of that came together and that part went smoothly, I was like, wow, we really did something special. I'm glad we did this. The night really felt like these kids are going to remember this for a really, really long time.
The idea behind the Cap Salute was seeded in the spring by the Student Athletic Advisory Committee.
Top to bottom as a university, we really try to instill a lot of servant leadership throughout campus. Volunteer service, community service is huge here at Walsh. We thought, why not tap into this community and really honor them.
So we did a culmination of events throughout the fall. So I totaled about 5 different events that we did for veterans alone. The first one that we do is we do a Patriot Day Home Run Derby, and that's hosted on September 11th. And it's a huge campus engagement tool that we have where we're bringing out veterans. We're not only bringing out students, but people within the community coming out, making donations to one of the organizations that we were helping. The next day, we actually do an event called Suicide Awareness Event. So push-ups for veteran suicide awareness, where we get the entire campus together, as many as we can. And we had upwards of 300 athletes at one point doing 22 push-ups, which represents the 22 veterans a day that unfortunately, commit suicide. So it's an awareness event. It's teaching the leaders of tomorrow, that this is an initiative that means a lot to a lot of people. And these are the people that, they may come home with scars that you can see, but there are a lot that you can't. With Salute the Service game, we had almost 4,000 people within the community and students participate in that game.
Has definitely offered me a very, very awesome perspective on, going into my future career. Being a servant leader on campus, and like I said, eventually, post-grad.
These students are representing generations of, Stark County veterans. That's what they're doing. And the North Canton community is just bound to Walsh University at that point. We're not only building something for the students to be proud of, but we're building something for the community to be proud of. So it's something that we've seen nothing but, positive reinforcement from our community.
Within our community, we know literacy is a pretty big problem, and so he was like, how can I get students to come on campus and then also address this literacy problem? And so that created this MIDI project. It's supported by the Donnie Shell Foundation. CMS Avid Day is where we have people from Charlotte Mecklenburg's schools, juniors and seniors, and we have them come to campus. We give them tours, they sit through a class, they're able to walk through the library, and then at the end of the day, they're able to apply for school. And so they'll get a golden ticket. Basically, like, this is their first, a lot of them, this is their first college acceptance. And many of them, this is their first time being like, hey, like, I can go to college. Literacy Boot Camp is our elementary students, young we'll have them come. They're reading with different adults. They're doing different activities to make sure that they're at the reading level they need to be. Just having a great time and being in this library on this campus and still being able to see themselves.
Like for me, doing all these events with Beyond Kids would probably be like the in-between moments that we have when we're doing tour campuses, or like when we're transitioning from the library to lunch. And when you say certain things, they'll be like, oh, that's so cool, like you're so inspiring. I can't wait to be in your shoes. I can't wait to grow up and go to college and further my education. It's moments like that where it's a reminder that you're actually doing something good, and it's a motivational kind of thing.
For young learners, being able to be like on an HBCU campus, that's important because exposure is so important. When you're exposed to something early, then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to do this because I've seen it. I've been around it for so long. I've been around it since I was 8 years old. When I'm 18, I definitely know I can do this.